Hello, Tia. Thank you for coming onto our show. And we are very excited to hear more about you, more about Order of the Bookish, and everything that you do for authors. So, first things first, the question on my mind, the question on everybody's mind is, what even is Order of the Bookish? So really, Order of the Bookish is all about storytelling. We want the art of storytelling to progress. We want it to be accessible to everyone. And we want to be able to make sure everyone is able to reach their dreams, whether it be as a reader or a writer. So one of the things that we do mostly on the author side is marketing. We do a lot of tips, tricks, and advice for authors to help them with their marketing so they can feel confident in what they're doing and how they're growing their visibility and how they're selling their books. And then we also provide services for the authors that need a little bit of personalized one-on-one support. Now for the reader side, this is something that I'm actually really excited about. It's a little newer than what we've been doing with authors, but we've seen such amazing things happen with our Bookish Boosters program. Now, our Bookish Boosters started off as a street team. A street team is basically a group of readers who come together to support a book, usually on social media by posting graphics and posting videos and things like that. So it started off as a street team, but now what we're really doing is showing readers how to make an income doing what they love, which is reading books. So how to be successful in affiliate marketing, how to create and sell bookish crafts, and things like that. So really just all around helping to progress the art of storytelling for authors and for readers. The majority of what we do is actually in book marketing, which is what my passion is. I've always been really into marketing and content creation and design and things like that. So that's where my expertise comes in. A lot of the team members that we have coming in and out and our interns are more focused on the marketing side of things. So we also do a lot of book production. It's just a little bit more rare because those are really, really big projects. But that's what Order of the Bookish is all about. It's really just about storytelling and making sure that authors and readers are able to do what they love. All right, Tia, now I have to know, how did you get started helping authors and having all these services and giving all this support? Like, what made you want to launch this huge and very helpful endeavor? What inspired me to start Order of the Bookish? Wow, what a good question. Well, I suppose it all started when Twilight was released. I guess I should credit my mom. When Twilight came out, I think I was about 12 or 13 years old, and I hated reading. Truly, I hated it. I would cheat on the test that we had to take for reading. I refused to read a full book all the way through. I didn't enjoy it. And when Twilight came out, all of my friends were really excited about this new book and this movie coming out. It was all about the movie hype. And I really wanted to go with my friends to the midnight premiere of Twilight. But my mom said no, I couldn't go unless I read half of the first Twilight book. I read half, and then I finished it, and then I started reading the next book. That's really what made me fall in love with reading, is my mom pushing me to read Twilight just so that I could go to the midnight premiere of the movie. And of course, I love the movie so much, it really pushed my love for literature and specifically adaptations, which is how I started books for movies. But that's a whole other topic. I've always wanted to be in the book industry. Since Twilight came out, I realized I wanted to do something that I loved for the rest of my life. When I got to college, that turned into wanting to be a literary agent. However, at this time, Kindle was really taking over the world. There was a little bit of a fear going on. There were a lot of layoffs happening. Publishing houses were closing. A lot were just getting more competitive when they were bringing on interns. So I never really could get my foot in the publishing industry door. So I kind of gave up that dream and decided to pursue marketing instead. I did a lot of small business marketing. That's how my marketing background comes into play here. But I never really lost my love of reading. I was just constantly reading books after that. And I realized when I got older, when I had more skills and more, just life behind me, I still wanted to do what I loved, which was something with books, which is how Books for Movies started. I started off as just blogging about books, and then I grew that a little bit by reaching out to independent authors to see if they wanted to just submit a blog just to help them promote their book. And that absolutely took off. It was only about a few months into having Books for Movies and giving indie authors that kind of platform that I decided to start Order of the Bookish, an entirely separate thing specifically for independent authors and new authors. So that included giving free promotions, providing the services that I knew how to do in marketing, and it really just blew up from there. Really, that's how Order of the Bookish started. And can you tell me more about your background, your history? What makes you the person that authors should go to get help for their book marketing? I was a big fanatic of like following publishing companies and news and trends and reading and seeing author interviews and all the things. So I was just constantly learning just because I was like, I don't know, a nerd. But in college, I studied literature and communications. Specifically, I loved to focus on adaptations. And then after college, I went into small business marketing. So I had my own small company, and my role was really just to provide them with support so that they felt more confident in their marketing. And we were setting up strategies, doing target analysis, and then implementing campaigns and short and long-term marketing strategies to help them promote and sell whatever it is that that small business was selling. So that's where my background is. I've been doing and helping small businesses with pretty much the same thing I'm helping authors with now. And what makes me the best person for authors to go to for their marketing? I think every author needs something different. And that's part of what I love about my job, is that every day is different. Nothing's ever exactly the same. No author needs the exact same thing. Everyone's lifestyles are very diverse. Everyone's book needs a different kind of attention. Everyone's target audience is going to be slightly different. So there is no blanket statement or like same author that can come to us for the exact same thing. I encourage all authors to do their research and shop around for book marketers, book companies, PAs that will help them with their specific needs. With that being said, Order of the Bookish, I would say our target clients, our author clients, would be new and independent authors, specifically ones who aren't confident in their marketing or just don't have time to implement some of the basic things that they know need to be done, so they would hire us to do it for them. What we do at Order of the Bookish is setting you up for the short term and doing a few campaigns for you, but really what my goal is for all authors is just to help you feel confident in marketing your book. Marketing is not scary. It doesn't have to be, I promise. It can be fun and exciting to experiment and to try new things and to actually communicate with your readers on a very personal level. And I want authors to understand that and to feel more confident about it rather than feeling scared or like marketing is daunting, because it doesn't have to be. Can you walk us through the process of what it would be like for an author to start working with Order of the Bookish? There's pretty much two avenues you can take. You can directly book us on our website. If you just go to orderofthebookish.com, we have our current services listed there. Now, the other way that you can connect with us is just sending an email or a DM on any of our socials. I'm most active on Instagram, and I try to be active on TikTok. So if you were going to DM us, I'd say go to one of those two and you'll get a response directly from me. You can just ask questions. I'm happy to do free consultations whenever, so feel free to slide into a DM and just tell me like what your needs are, what you're looking for, what you're struggling with. I will tell you how you can do it for free, and I can also tell you what service we provide that fits your needs the best, because again, that's going to look very different for all authors. But really the process is a lot of collaborating together. So the street teams in author would give us all the information on their book, such as tropes and quotes, the cover, maybe character art, and things like that. And then we put together all of the reels, all of the graphics. We put the street team together. We put the group chat together. We send the street team the content. They post the content. We send out the gifted digital copies of the books, and we handle all the logistics of it. But then we have services that are more tailored to setting up foundations for marketing, in which case it's more of a collaboration and we need to talk to each other often. Things like me knowing what your marketing strategies have been in the past, what you might consider doing in the future, what your current analytics are showing you, what other authors do you compare your book to. We just need to work together on figuring out where you're at and where you want to be. All authors going in should be aware that no matter what, it is a little bit of a collaboration. We do talk to each other, we do work together, and once you join the Order of the Bookish team, you're pretty much always part of the family. We will always promote you, and no matter what, even if you stop being active on social media for a while, we are very active on promoting you on Pinterest, on our other social medias. I post book recommendations on Twitter all the time, and those are all authors that have worked with us that we just want to continue supporting as much as possible. That's one like really big highlight of working with Order of the Bookish that makes us stand out from every other book marketer out there. Once you work with us once, you can pretty much be guaranteed that you will always get promotions with us. We don't stop supporting you just because you're not paying us. We will always support you. You tailor each of your marketing campaigns specifically to the book and the author, which must be really hard to do. Can you tell us a little bit about how you do that? How do you tailor each and every package and service specifically to the author that you're working with? When we build marketing strategies for authors, there's a lot of information that we need to know. It starts with what the book is about, what the tropes are, the genres that it fits in, what keywords and phrases you're listing on Amazon. We need to know all of those behind the scenes things. We're also looking at your social media analytics. What age range is looking at your content. So we really just do a deep dive into everything that already exists in the marketing that you have done and trying to tailor it and form it into something that will continue growing your accounts and boosting your sales in the future. So that way, when you do end up doing your marketing on your own again, you feel more confident in what is actually working, and then you can avoid the stuff that's not working. What is your approach to having a successful book marketing campaign? A successful book marketing campaign is going to be all about outreach. It's going to be about the interviews and the podcasts and the blogs and the articles and the street teams and the ARC teams and the influencers, and really just getting your book out there and visible to as many readers as you possibly can. So it's not about staying small. It's not about keeping it in a tight little community. It's about telling everyone. You want to tell as many people as you possibly can that you published a book, what the book is about, and I don't mean what it's about by regurgitating the blurb to them over and over again. You have to appeal to their emotional sense as much as their logical sense. So logical is going to be a little bit of price. Some readers, if a book is $17.99, they won't buy it. But if it's $15.99, they will buy it. And there is a lot of research going in behind the pricing of a book. So we think about the logical reader, and then we're also thinking about the emotional reader. What kind of words are going to trigger them into actually buying the book versus just looking at your content? That really gets all down to outreach, is just getting your book out there and then also getting your book in front of the correct reader, your target audience, in a way that's going to make them actually purchase the book, or at the very least follow you, join your author newsletter, do the things to keep up with the updates that you're going to be giving them so that they eventually do buy your book. It takes a lot of planning and research and a full understanding of the reader market. Now, I've seen a little bit here and there about the Bookish Boosters. Can you tell us who the Bookish Boosters are and how they play a role in your book marketing campaigns? I love the Bookish Boosters team so much. The Bookish Boosters team wasn't even originally part of the Order of the Bookish plan. It was sort of our unplanned baby that grew out of a need that authors had. Authors sometimes struggle with gaining street team members and especially with getting reviews. So authors know that when you publish a book, you need to get reviews. That's kind of how you feed into the Amazon algorithm. That's how you validate that you actually have a good book, is that getting reviews from other readers, and that can be really hard to do. Our Bookish Boosters team has about 500 readers right now between our email list and our social media. So these are just readers who have come together from literally all over the world. They genuinely love to support just storytelling. Like, they love to support new authors, independent authors, whatever books they can get their hands on. They are happy to read it, review it, leave a graphic or reel or book trailer on their feeds and stories to get their audience involved. And it's really like such a great thing to see all these Bookish Boosters come together to promote a book and an author that otherwise never would be able to get in front of those audiences, in front of those readers. Bookish Boosters are vital to what I consider is the most important part of a marketing strategy and a book launch for a new book, which is outreach. We rely on the Bookish Boosters quite a lot to help us with those initial stages of just getting a book out there into the world. I love my Bookish Boosters so much. I try to tell them all the time how much I appreciate them. And we do a lot of things for the Bookish Boosters. Like, we provide a lot of resources. We do exclusive giveaways. We give merchandise to the top Bookish Booster and all sorts of fun stuff just to really help the Bookish Boosters understand how much I appreciate them. If you are a reader and you want to be a Bookish Booster, you can sign up on the Order of the Bookish website. Really, they're such an amazing team. You absolutely should join. We absolutely rely on readers just like you to help promote the art of storytelling and to help promote these new and independent authors. What would you say to authors who are a little on the fence about working with Order of the Bookish? Honestly, I would say if you're on the fence, do your research first and or send me a DM. I'm happy to do a free consultation, but really I would suggest that you do your research and you feel confident in the decision that you're making if you're gonna hire somebody, because you are putting money forth for something that you might actually be able to do yourself. So if you can do it yourself confidently, go ahead and try it out. But if it's something that is a little bit beyond your skill set, you don't really understand, or you want a professional who has done this a lot to do it for you and at least help you set up the foundation, then yeah, go ahead and book us at orderofthebookish.com and we would be happy to help you. I want authors to feel confident knowing that if you do book us, you will always be supported. So you are always welcome to email us a question or slide into our DMs. We will always help promote your book. We will always follow you on all your socials. You will have a lifelong friend if and when you do work with us. What are your future plans for Order of the Bookish? Like, what do you plan on doing later on this year or even 5 years from now? My plans for Order of the Bookish. Oh, I hate this question. I don't know. I have a lot of potential plans. I don't know. I have lots of ideas, so I can't really tell you what Order of the Bookish is going to look like in the future. But I can tell you that we're not going away anytime soon. We will always make sure that we are benefiting authors in some way, shape, or form, especially in free and affordable ways. That's what our mission is. That's what my mission is just to make sure authors feel confident in what they're doing and to be able to make a living with doing something that they love. So that's really the ultimate goal, and the adjustments that we make along the way are going to fulfill that mission. Tia, thank you so much for coming onto our show. This has been so amazing, and I'm so grateful to have people like you here supporting authors. It's been absolutely incredible to hear more about Order of the Bookish and what you do for new and independent authors. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.